They call me Dan, the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another video, guys. Wow, the rumors are flying. We got some news, we got some updates, and we got some rumors. So much to talk about, man. Where do I start? All right, let's start with, obviously, the update for the day. So apparently, according to Jovan Bua, there's 3 leading coaching candidates emerging. And those 3 leading coaching candidates are James Borrego, Sam Cassell, and JJ Redick. Now, JJ, listen, here's the thing. I think we know who our next head coach is going to be. Justin, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I think you guys know who the next head coach is going to be as well. He's right here on my thumbnail. I have a feeling it's just going to be this guy. I've been saying it for quite some time. By the way, the Lakers have been consulting with Mike Krzyzewski out of Duke. Just look at the connections. Why would they be consulting with him? This guy. They're asking about this guy right here, who he has coached. Mike Krzyzewski has also had a personal relationship with, and all of that good stuff. So clearly, we're starting to connect the dots, right? Those other 2 names that have emerged don't really seem like threats to me. Sam Cassell? When was the last time he coached anything? He was like on the Clippers coaching staff. Right? Sam Cassell and James Borrego. Those 2 names do not stand out to me like this guy. This guy's fresh meat right here. And he's been the talk of the town. Yes, hit the like button. Listen to my CPU. But he's been the talk of the town, man. And I'll tell y'all right now, it just feels like it's going to be a JJ Redick hire. It just does. Matter of fact, there's Jovan, listen. Jovan Bua also said JJ Redick is the front runner to land the coaching job with the Lakers. All right. Right now, he says, I believe JJ Redick is slightly ahead of the field. So there you have it, man. Sounds like JJ Redick will be the next head coach of your Los Angeles Lakers. How does that make you guys feel? I know it's going to upset a lot of people because he's a rookie head coach. But for me, like I said, man, I'm coming into this as a Laker fan, as a diehard Laker fan for the first time with an open mind. Right, I appreciate you, Max. My guy's funny. I'm coming to this. I'm coming into this with an open mind, and I'm gonna wait and see before I judge anything, man. I want to see whoever we hire, whether that's JJ Redick or whoever, if they're gonna have the ability to coach whoever is there. By the way, it doesn't seem like a foregone conclusion that LeBron will return to the Lakers. All right, because he's been flirting with other franchises since the trade deadline. We saw him flirt with the New York Knicks via tweet emojis and stuff. Now, yesterday, he was at the Cleveland Cavalier game as they were going up against the Boston Celtics. Now, the casual will say, well, Dan, he can't, he probably has a house in Cleveland. He's got family down there. He can't just go to a playoff game? Guys, everything LeBron does is very strategic. I want you guys to know this. All right? If he's going to Cleveland, he's either sending a message to our front office or he's sending a message to their front office. One of the 2 is either or. No in between. If LeBron shows up, his first playoff game where we have seen him is in Cleveland, maybe he's letting them know, hey, you guys are one LeBron James away from being true contenders. And here I am. So woo me. The crowd ate it all up, man. They went crazy for it. Me as a Laker fan, again, I'm not upset. Whatever he decides to do, hey, man, thank you for the championship. I'm not going to be one of those ungrateful fans that talks crazy. But at the same time, I don't feel like I'm a hostage to LeBron James. I just don't. I don't. And if that's the route he wants to take, he wants to put a gun to the front office's head and see what they can do. It's no coincidence that one day he's at the Cleveland game. The next day, one of his buds, his podcast mate, is the front runner for a head coaching job. So maybe it's working. Maybe what LeBron wants, he will get this summer. Maybe the Lakers will have to bend the knee for him. I don't know. Bottom line is that is who they like. And I'm curious to see if that's a Lakers coaching hire or if this is a LeBron coaching hire. That's what I'm curious. Hey, craziness. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. She said, "What's good, fam? If they hire JJ, they better surround him with experienced personnel." Now, that right there, sis, is a very good comment. I agree. And again, Mike Krzyzewski has been consulting with the Lakers, apparently. So, says here that, and this is the quote, all right, by the report. It says, "One person who has become a resource for the Lakers during the process is legendary Duke head coach Mike Krzyzewski, all right, whose knowledge provides a lens into the culture, the organization, and the characteristics of a potential staff." This is the key right here, of a potential staff around the next head coach. So listen, sounds to me like behind the scenes, they've already made a decision, right? It sounds to me like they've already made a decision, craziness. They already know deep, who their coach is. Maybe they're trying to get the staff together before they make all the announcements at once. I don't know. But they got Mike Krzyzewski involved. I actually like that because he's a great basketball mind. He's one of the people that put together Team USA, the Redeem team. And, I like him. I like what Mike Krzyzewski is going to bring to as far as a consultant for the Lakers. Free consultation, you can never turn down free consultation, especially from a great basketball mind. Now, I would prefer if Mike Krzyzewski was the one who's getting hired as the head coach, if I'm being honest. He would be exactly what the doctors ordered. A head coach with a game plan, a head coach who's a mastermind on both ends of the floor, and somebody who can coach superstar egos. So for sure he would be that. But right now, honestly, I'm just putting everything together. It's very crazy to me how all of a sudden LeBron shows up in Cleveland and all of the next day we have a front runner for head coach. Could it be connected? Maybe, maybe not. But you know me, guys. I read all the little tea leaves, and that's how I come with my educated guesses. But thank you so much, craziness. I appreciate your super chat and your love always. Jordan Smith said, "This doesn't mean anything. Kyrie and Trey have been to our Lakers playoff games, and it meant nothing." Oh, on the contrary, Jordan Smith, it meant something. Both of those players were trying to get on the Lakers at that time. The fact that it didn't happen was out of the Lakers' control. However, LeBron James in Cleveland is very symbolic, okay? Because he didn't attend a single game during the regular season. He all these years, has he attended as a Laker? Has he attended a game yet? Somebody, if you guys can research that for me, I'd appreciate it. I don't believe he's attended a Cleveland Cavaliers game in Cleveland as a Laker yet. So this is definitely means something. You got to learn how to read patterns, man. This is how I'm so good at my job in guessing stuff. Is that LeBron in Cleveland means one of two things. Either he's putting pressure on our front office to do something, whether it's draft Bronny, hire JJ, all of the above, trade for Donovan Mitchell, which we're going to get into. I didn't put him here for no reason. We're going to get into that right now because we got a report on that. But there's something to it, man. It's no coincidence. LeBron doesn't just show up. If you've been watching basketball all these years, you know LeBron James is a very strategic, very intelligent individual. Sometimes that can work against us, right? As a Laker fan base, we don't like to see him tweeting New York Knicks emojis after the report that, he's cool now with Leon Rose and that agency. You know what I mean? So we really don't like that as Laker fans. Like, we just want to see good basketball. We want to build a good team. But it will be interesting to see what direction the Lakers going. Do they now, like I said, bend the knee and do whatever LeBron wants, or are they going to do whatever they want and say, well, LeBron, there is Cleveland if you want to go get your farewell tour, or New York, or wherever you want to go. That's what I'm curious to see, right? And these next couple of moves will tell everything. I love the fact that they're getting Mike Krzyzewski involved. That tells me that maybe the front office is trying to pivot away from clutch, right? Maybe they're trying to pivot away from always asking them what we should do, right? Maybe we're trying to go with some actual experienced people who have put teams together. So shout out to Mike Krzyzewski. Again, I wish he was the coach of the Lakers and not the advisor, but I'll take his advice in any capacity. I'll take his stewardship, if I do say so. But yeah, as of right now, it seems like JJ Redick is the clear-cut front runner. And again, I'm putting things together so that we hear the reports that he's the front runner, and we've been talking to Mike Krzyzewski. Those could be correlated. Maybe Mike knows something we don't about JJ, and he sees some very good potential, from him as a head coach. Let's see here. LeBron is definitely playing hardball with us. He's done it all season. Although you got to stop reaching. People are clearly LeBron stans who they don't want any sort of connotation attached to their favorite player. But we got to call a spade what it is, man. And this is not me hating on LeBron. Like I said, I got love for LeBron. He helped bring a championship here. I'm always going to be grateful. But we got to call a spade a spade. And LeBron showing up in Cleveland is not just for Mother's Day. Stop it. Stop it. Mother's Day was on Sunday. The game was on Monday. Motherfuckers talking crazy out here, man. And by the way, he was there with his wife, not with his mother. So we can't even use that excuse, right? But again, this is not to throw shade on LeBron. I'm just clearly reading between the lines. And what I see here is something big is about to happen for our Lakers this summer. What that is it going to go in the direction of what LeBron wants? Most likely. Is it going to go in the direction of what the Lakers want? And they're going to, I doubt it. But if it does, it would please me very much so to see the Lakers take back the reins for this franchise. That's really what I want, man. I want the Lakers to make decisions and live with them. That way, if they mess up, they can't blame nobody. Y'all got to put your hands in the stove. And if you do, you're going to get burnt, right? So if you make mistakes, no more blaming LeBron, no more blaming Clutch, no more blaming AD. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta be held accountable, starting with Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka is on the hot seat. It is his job to turn this team around. I think this is why they're consulting with great basketball minds. If he doesn't do it this summer, we're in trouble, and he's in trouble because now there's no more Darvin Ham, there's no more Russell Westbrook, potentially no more LeBron. Potentially, guess where the spotlight's going to turn, right? And this is another reason why they want to appease LeBron and they want to give him whatever he wants because the spotlight is on LeBron. You saw what the pundits and all of the ESPN analysts and everybody said, right? They said, hey, they keep blaming head coaches and stuff. They got to look at, the players. So, again, as long as LeBron's here, he's going to take the bulk of the blame. He just is. He's that big of a personality. He's that big of an all-star. He's that big of a superstar. It is. I didn't make the rules. It's just what's going to happen. So, you already see there's a division between player fans and Laker fans. Some, Laker fans are saying, we don't want LeBron here no more. He can go. Player fans are saying, they don't appreciate you. Go. So there's a division there. And I really think it's miscommunication because real fans of winning, fans of the NBA, fans of the front office, fans of the Lakers, fans like me, we want a happy medium, right? And what I mean is I want LeBron to come back at the right terms, right? If he doesn't act like a diva and coerce us. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes LeBron can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's again, if you've been watching LeBron for a long time, everything he does has meaning to it. He doesn't do nothing just to do it. He didn't just show up to Cleveland just because he was interested in the game. Right? Donovan Mitchell wasn't even playing. Ain't nobody interested in that shit. Come on now. He showed up for a reason. Okay. And I don't care what nobody says. And I think later on this summer, we're going to find out what that reason was. And now I'm going to segue into my next thing here is Donovan Mitchell, a real possibility to the Lakers, what we're hearing right now. Donovan Mitchell to the Lakers, a real possibility. It says here that the Lakers are expected to be at the forefront of the line to acquire Donovan Mitchell this summer. All right, this is a Cleveland Cavaliers beat reporter. So he knows something, right? It says if Mitchell doesn't sign an extension with Cleveland this summer, the Cavs will have to explore trade options, right? So, and it says, and one of the teams standing at the front of the line will be the Lakers. It's possible, given Mitchell's current condition with his calf, that he has already played his final game in a Cavs jersey. So this is something I've talked about on this channel for a long time. And then there's a second report to accompany that report that says the Lakers would only consider trading Austin Reeves for a bona fide all-star. Donovan Mitchell is a bona fide all-star. I said the same thing. I said, I love Austin Reeves, but if Donovan Mitchell's up for grabs, I'm trading him in a heartbeat in whatever package it takes to get him alongside AD and LeBron. Now, I'm still not in favor of gutting the entire core, but if we can somehow hold on to Rui, Vando, and whoever else, and we put together a package of D'Lo, Reeves, 2 first-round picks, whatever, 3 first-round picks, I'm doing it because Donovan Mitchell is an impact player. All right, Donovan Mitchell, he's a big guard who can get you 50 any given night, not going to disappear in the playoffs, unlike ice in his veins, right? And yeah, Austin Reeves would be worth sacrificing only for a player of Donovan Mitchell's capacity. So again, that's the news that we're hearing today. And it says here, I've heard, per Jovan, it says, I've heard that the Lakers do not want to trade Austin Reeves. They love Austin Reeves. But if there was a scenario in which they could consider trading him, it would have to be a bona fide all-star, which is the right train of thought. You don't trade a player like Austin Reeves for another role player. You just don't. This kid has star qualities all over. He averaged 16 points both in the regular season and in the playoffs, right? Rookie season, 7 points, right? His next year, 11 points, right? Or 12 or something like that, 13 maybe. And then this next 16, what's going to be next year? 18, 20, 21? He's that good, guys. He's only going to get better. But again, it's all going to depend on who we hire as a coach, what LeBron does this offseason, and all of that. Will Donovan Mitchell extend? Who knows? But if he wants to be a Laker, he will be a Laker. That's just the way things work. We have the assets now. We have 3 first-round picks to give up for him. We have young pieces. We have everything that is required to make a trade like that. And the Lakers, historically, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, because historically they always do this. They acquire some good players, Kuzma, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, and then they eventually flip it for the star, which ended up being Anthony Davis. Same thing in this scenario, right? We've acquired some young pieces. We have 3 first-round picks that are tradable, and they could flip them for a star. It could happen. I wouldn't shock me one bit. As much as I like that particular star in Donovan Mitchell, my preference actually would be if LeBron comes back, he takes a pay cut, Anthony Davis reworks his contract, you know what I'm saying, and they're able to get a third good free agent. There's really good free agents this summer. We haven't even got into that yet. I'm going to save that for July, because right before July rolls around, those free agent videos are going to hit like water in the desert, in the words of Rob Pelinka. But again, I'll take any comments, questions, concerns. That's a lot of big news to unpack here and a lot of rumors to unpack here in one video. But I did my best so far, man. A lot. Again, we talked about the 3 candidates that have emerged and one above the rest, which is JJ Redick. But the other 2 candidates are James Borrego and Sam Cassell. How do you guys feel about those other 2? Me personally, not a fan. Not a fan at all. And then we talked about also Mike Krzyzewski advising the Lakers, which I definitely like. I definitely like that. Great basketball mind, doesn't hurt. And then, the Lakers expected to make a run at Donovan Mitchell this summer. We talked about that, as well as JJ Redick being the front runner and Austin Reeves. Again, I usually don't make videos unless it's worth talking about topics, but this week we had a lot to unpack here. So what are you guys' thoughts? Who's the coach you guys want to see out of those 3? If all you have is those 3, which one do you prefer? And also, would you guys do that trade? Austin Reeves, maybe Rui, and 3 first-round picks for Donovan Mitchell and fillers, whatever it takes. My guy said free Mark Jackson. I agree, bro. I don't understand how he cannot get any job interviews. He's a very good basketball mind. It's crazy at this point. Would you go after Murray over Trey? I like DeJounte Murray. If the asking price is less, yes, because he's less of an offensive skilled player. Defensively, he's better, but offensively, this league is all about offense. You pay a premium for offense. Defense, it could be had, as you saw. Vanda, one of the top young defenders in this league, was a throw-in in the Russell Westbrook trade, right? The main piece was D'Angelo Russell and the pick. So it shows you that defense is kind of like not really – it's not really highly touted or sought after in this league, sadly. Lakers don't need no rookie coach. Well, that's what it sounds like it's going to happen, Deshaun. And we better hope that he's got his X's and O's ready and he's got some sort of a backbone. Get Donovan Mitchell, period. I agree, Leslie. Donovan Mitchell would be an excellent addition. And again, if the rumors serve us right, we're at the front of the line. But you guys know how that goes. I never get excited for these type of rumors, front of the line, because somebody always swoops in and ends up taking the star player for less. It happens all the time. Now, if we end up landing them, then that'll be great. But will Dan Gilbert want to help LeBron James one more time? I always felt like Dan Gilbert had a little bit of a hate. Even though he won a championship for his city, like we saw Dan Gilbert's true colors when LeBron left the first time. So, Dan, is Ty Lue still a possibility for a new coach? Again, he's 1 year under contract with the Flippers. So unless we get some news here about them agreeing to like part ways or something, as of right now, no, it's not realistic. Spider or Trey? I think Donovan Mitchell, right? The general consensus is Mitchell's a bigger guard. He actually has defensive potential, and he's just a bigger guard, man. We like Donovan Mitchell a little bit more than Trey, but I like Trey as well. It's just Donovan Mitchell is that guy, bro. For real. He said, we need good role players. For sure. And again, this is just the start of the offseason, but it feels like a massive offseason for the Lakers. It just does. It feels like this is going to be the offseason that shapes our future for the next 3 to 5 years. That's what it's feeling like. And hopefully we knock it out the ballpark because nothing's guaranteed. We have to have one of those magical off seasons that we just hit on every court. Bam, 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 bam. Move after move has to hit. He said Trey at least gives you more points, but not sure. Trey Young is nice. I think people aren't underestimating Trey Young. If he comes here, he automatically makes our offense better. But where we really need to improve is our interior defense and our rebounding. Those are the top two. Perimeter defense as well, but I think a lot of that gets solved when Vanderbilt comes back. Hopefully he doesn't get dealt. Hopefully he's not included in no package because it's hard to find young defensive wings like Vando. Unfortunately, he was hurt most of the year, but he's still, listen, don't have short-term memory loss. He's still a very good player to have. The Trey has more potential being the Lakers guy when LeBron leaves. That I agree with. Because since my only concern with Donovan Mitchell, he's so athletic. Athletic guys tend to have horrible injuries that take away a lot from their game. Trey Young doesn't really rely on his athleticism. He's an undersized guard for today's modern NBA who can fill it up, and he doesn't barely need a jump. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that good, and he's a floor general. He said Trey has more. He said, "Hey, salute, Lewis. How you doing, brother?" But yeah, as far as James Borrego, man, James Borrego and Sam Cassell. It shocks me that these guys are actually at the forefront of the list. It really does. It surprises me, and I really want to know how you guys feel. Which is your least favorite candidate? Right now, my least favorite candidate is Sam Cassell. When was the last time he coached anything? Right? Sam Cassell is my least favorite candidate. Believe it or not. The Lakers should get Dwight Howard to stop Jokic. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Dwight Howard. Is he gonna be tip-top shape and basketball ready after being out of the league for a couple years? That's my only question. But I like Dwight. I mean, if he comes back, he comes back. It's nothing I'm gonna lose sleep over, though. I'll tell you that there's a lot of bigs out there. A lot of bigs out there that could be had. And I think some of these might be a little bit slightly better options. But again, he's been begging to come back, right? But yeah, I was shocked to see James Borrego and Sam Cassell. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was a little bit of a shocker. But I do like the fact that they're thinking at least outside the box. So I do like that. We haven't heard too many coaches that are related to the Lakers as far as like, oh, they've coached with the Lakers before. They've been on the staff, so let's give them a shot. No, we got to sometimes think outside the box and get the best candidate available. By the way, shout out to Bronny James. Bronny James been hooping lately at the draft combine. Now, I believe there's going to be some 5-on-5s pretty soon, but he got cleared yesterday, which I was very happy for, and he's been hooping. So maybe some other team will pull up and snatch him. Who knows? I wish him the best. Lakers need youth and athleticism to beat Denver. So, hey, Dan, what happened to Micah Nori? We haven't heard nothing about him yet. So we'll see. So supposedly he was going to get interviewed this week. So, again, we'll see. Sam Cassell's one hell of an assistant coach. Can that translate to a head coach? What are the chances of Lou not extending over the Clippers? He's my choice. Right now, I don't know. I don't know what the chances are. We haven't heard nothing about that. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll find out over the next couple of days or weeks, maybe. We should find out. That's a good question right there. That Rob should have asked Mike to take the Team Duke legend. Bro, I would love it. If Mike Krzyzewski came out of retirement and coached the Lakers because Jeannie Buss begged him to, I would love it. I would freaking love it, man. Mike Krzyzewski would be that guy. I mean, he'd literally, and I don't want to put expectations, but I think it's safe to say Mike would be the best option since Phil Jackson. That's a long time. A long time ago. A galaxy far, far away. So, yeah, that would be awesome. But I don't think he's unretiring from coaching. I think he's happy. He's probably spending time with his family. He's a lot older now. I just don't see that happening. However, I do appreciate him consulting the Lakers, right? But, yeah, it appears to be J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick. I wouldn't be shocked if we hear the announcement anytime within the next couple of days or weeks. But, yeah, it says Los Angeles is seeking their own Steve Kerr or Eric Spoelstra type to be within the organization for hopefully 7 to 12 years. So this is the reason they're looking at JJ, because they think he can be molded into that next big-time guy. That's again. And I personally don't like the fact that they're operating from a standpoint of fear, but it's understandable when we've been firing coaches every other year, right? It's understandable, but it really sounds like JJ is going to be the guy, man, the podcaster. So, hey, again, I'm trying to be as objective as possible about this decision. He might be great with the X's and O's. We'll see how he does with actually managing star egos. That's my biggest concern for JJ. I have no doubt he'll be an intelligent coach as far as drawing up plays and whatever. He was a guard in this league for years, so he knows a lot of this stuff. If you guys have watched the podcast, he seems very intelligent and knowledgeable in that sense. But it's more than just the X's and O's. There's a lot more. The intangibles, the ability to connect with younger players, the ability to connect with older players, veterans, the ability to command the respect in the locker room for the stars, the ability to weather the storm that is going to be Los Angeles, because we have a lot of opinions. Like Darvin Ham said, we live and we die by every game. So does JJ have all of that inside of him? Or is he going to be like SM Lee said, the next Steve Nash? God, I hope we don't have another failure as a coach. That would be devastating. But at that point, we have to start questioning Rob Pelinka. This really feels like the third coaching hire for Rob. At this point, if this one doesn't hit, Rob Pelinka's next, right? And then we can start looking at GMs like Bob Myers, guys like that with experience. So I really hope that for Rob Pelinka's sake, because I like Rob, I hope this hits. I hope this next coaching hire really hits really well. I know, Jordan. I know, but that's just what it sounds like, bro. I'd rather hire Shaq or Charles Barkley. Nah, those guys cannot coach. Now, one thing we know about a lot of star players is they don't really translate to coaching. They're very impatient because they were so great. They're going to try to demand greatness from everybody. Sometimes that's not in everybody. So you got to be able to utilize role players in their role. And Kobe said it best. He said he wouldn't have the patience to coach. Just because they were great players doesn't mean. A lot of the times role players are better off because they're more patient. A role player in the league was able to be patient, wait for his opportunity, and execute and capitalize when that opportunity was presented. As a head coach, you got to know that every player is going to be different. You got to know how to maximize every player's opportunity. So that would be. He said, if JJ becomes the coach, the Lakers have to put him through some mentorship. And this is where earlier this comment by the homegirl craziness comes into effect. He needs to hire experienced coaching staff if he's going to be that guy, right? So I would definitely go out and try to get some of these experienced head coaches to be assistants. So, yeah, guys, I mean, overall, it's been a very eventful morning. This whole Donovan Mitchell situation is becoming interesting to me because that's something we've mentioned all season long. Like, if there's one star player that we would give up and basically butcher the team depth, it would be Donovan Mitchell. He's that good. He's worth it. It has to be worth it if you're going to give up 3 first-round picks. This man right here, very worth it. All right, very, very worth it. Since his days in Utah, he said, "I just can't wait for the NBA on NBC to be back." I'm kind of sad about that. I'm split now. I'm happy because a lot of those games are going to be free, so I'm happy for the people that don't have cable. They'll get to watch. In that aspect, I'm very happy. I'm sad for TNT losing their basketball rights because that means no more inside the NBA. So yeah, I'm split about that whole thing. He said, Dan, do you believe that Pelinka is going to buy some second rounds? I think he might buy one to draft Bronny. I don't think Bronny's been doing so good at the combine. He might not be there available at the 55th pick, right? And the Lakers damn sure don't want to use their first round pick based on what I'm hearing. So I could see a scenario where Rob Pelinka buys into like the mid 40s or, late 40s, and he selects Bronny James. Not going to shock me at all. He said he didn't play yesterday because of injury. We're talking about Donovan Mitchell. Yes, I know. But I hope they protect our asset because we need him to be 110% by the time he gets to the Lakers. And Donovan Mitchell is not going to shy away from the spotlight. He was good in Utah. He was amazing in Utah. He's been amazing in Cleveland. He'll be amazing in LA. He said, extremely rare for a first-year coach to be successful. Plus, Ime was on the hot seat until the second half of the season when it clicked. Yeah, I think that's why 90% of Laker fans don't want this hiring to go down with JJ. But again, these coaching hires are very unpredictable. We don't know what JJ is going to become. It's like a draft pick in the NBA. You don't know what he's going to become. He might exceed all of our expectations, maybe. Or maybe he won't. Maybe he'll be exactly what the people expect. So Man, here's to hoping for the latter, man. Here's to hoping for or not the latter, the former, right? We want him to be, if he gets hired here, we're going to root for him. We're going to want him to be one of the top young coaches in the league. So, but again, don't hold your breath for anybody else because it's sounding a lot like JJ Redick will be the guy. Again, it says the Lakers are seeking their own Steve Kerr or Eric Spoelstra type to be within the organization for 7 to 12 years. That's the latest report right there. So we'll go with that. But again, I'll keep my ear low to the ground. Anything I hear worth reporting, anything worth breaking down, you guys know where to find me. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you already have it. And I hope to see you guys later. I'm not sure if I will be covering a game on playback today, but I hope to see you guys later today. Man, I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel keep growing on your way out. And I will see you guys as soon as something is worth reporting on. All right? Enjoy the rest of your day, Lakers Nation. Peace out.